Hello Jyotish patrons. Welcome to Jyotish Kasi's YouTube channel. This channel is meant for those who seek to lead an intelligent life, balancing well between free will and destiny. Do click on the subscribe button, the like button and the bell icon to enjoy more such useful videos in this channel. And yes, please do not forget to share this video with your friends and family. This is the third of the series of the short videos on signification of grahas or planets. As I mentioned in my previous video, in each of the short video I will give you an overview of one graha or planet. If you are a student of astrology, you may find it useful to further your knowledge in astrology, and if you are not an astrologer, you will find it useful when you are having a meaningful conversation with your astrologer. It can also help you in asking the right questions to your astrologer. As you know, in Vedic astrology, we consider 7 grahas: Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn, to unfold the karmas that are laid in a chart or a horoscope. Besides these 7 grahas, the northern and the southern lunar nodes, Rahu and Ketu, are given the status of grahas in Vedic astrology, although they are not physical planets. They are the point of intersection of the paths of Sun and Moon as they move on the celestial sphere. The focus of this particular short video is Mars. When you look at the significations of each graha, you can bring them out in various segments. As usual, let's begin with Deva or God. The Deva incarnation of Mars is Lord Narasimha. Narasimha, as you know, is a fierce avatar of the Hindu god Vishnu, one who incarnates in the form of part lion and part man to destroy evil and end religious persecution and calamity on earth, thereby restoring dharma. The deity of Mars is Kartikeya, the son of Parvati and Shiva. The general signification of Mars includes initiative, brothers, enforcement, military weapons, fires, explosives, oratory, land, and limbs. Among vegetables and minerals, it represents inorganic matters such as minerals or dhatu. And among animals, it represents 4-legged creatures like horses. The immune system in your body is denoted by a balance among the composition of Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Mars represents Pitta. From the perspective of human body, it represents the chest, bone marrow, and muscles. From a social status perspective, it represents the commander-in-chief, an office of leadership that's commanding. It also represents Kshatriyas, or the warrior or aggressive community in general. Mars is also a representation of rugged, variegated colored clothings. Among colors, Mars represents bright red. Directionally, Mars represents the south. Among diseases, Mars signifies overheating, fevers, particularly eruptive fevers, liver complaints, skin rashes, ulcers, operations, and all sorts of acute complaints. It represents a distance of 7 yojanas or 63 miles. Fire is the key element, and Mars also signifies pungent flavors. Mars also signifies red flowers, red lentils, and strong and thorny trees, all thorny shrubs and plants and weeds, stinging nettle, poison ivy, and oak pungent herbs, peppers, mustard, coriander, garlic, coffee, tea, strong liquors, plants and figs with strong odors, food heavy in protein, meat, foods with excite passions, stimulants. All these are significations of Mars. Among geometric shapes, it represents the hourglass, and among glands, it signifies upwards. Mars also signifies short height. Among metals and gemstones, it signifies copper and coral bloodstone. The nature of Mars is a natural malefic. Mars personifies power and strength. The numeric it represents is number 9. And the persuasion method that works best for Mars is punishment or danda. Among places, Mars signifies fiery places, kitchens, factories where fire and electricity are heavily used, machine shops, burnt areas, areas where carnage has taken place, battlefields, slaughterhouses, butcher shops, laboratories, places for aggressive and violent and physical contest like boxing, wrestling rings, karate, judos, football stadiums, places frequented by blue-collar workers, armories, military installations. All these places are represented by Mars. Mars plays on the physical level. Among professions, Mars signifies professions dealing in metals, machinery, men and things connected with men, fighting, confrontation, vocations involving heat and energy, cookery, firefighting, law enforcement, jobs related to electricity, cutting professions like butcher or surgeon, real estate, harassing others, weapons, adventurous, dangerous, and courageous acts, association with wicked people, spies, and thieves. All these are professions related to Mars. From a psychology point of view, Mars signifies goal-directed energy, courage, passion, action, competitive and fighting spirit, whim and vigor. Or on the negative side, it can represent anger, irritability, haste, impatience, inconsistency, lack of drive, lack of courage, all or nothing attitude. Among the 3 gunas, it represents tamas. Mars also signifies siblings. Its sexual representation is masculine, and the sexual union is partners who may have a deformity in some way. The temperament of Mars is violent, angry, and rash. Now, having come full circle, knowing the signification of Mars, how would you really use it? Well, what you do is essentially analyze the strength and the stability of Mars in a horoscope and apply each of the signification to what it represents in the horoscope. Let's take a simple example. You know that Mars signifies the aggression and confrontation nature. If Mars in the horoscope is strong and stable, the person is likely to be aggressive but positive-minded, who would do anything to enforce the law. He is likely a high-energy, vigorous individual and a go-getter. Mars in the area of the self in the horoscope will give a short stature or height to the person. If a strong Mars is in the profession area of the horoscope, person is very likely in a commanding leadership profession that's related to law enforcement like a police chief or protecting the borders of the country like military leader. The person could be associated with guns, firearms, weaponry, or industry that deals with large machines. In the horoscope, if you see Mars connecting the area of the profession and secrecy at the same time, the person is likely a spy or in some kind of an espionage related profession. The reverse could also be true. Mars in the chart, if it is weak and unstable, for example, if you see an afflicted Mars in the area where you read about the self in the horoscope, then the native is very likely angry, harsh, and a very rash individual. He may act first and then think later. He could potentially be a violent criminal. Now, if you also see Moon afflicted with Mars in the area of the horoscope of the self, then the native may likely have a negative bent of mind. Not only that, but will do anything to physically carry out his or her criminal intentions. In the area of body, an afflicted Mars can give bone marrow related diseases, blood related diseases, ulcers, etc., that will most likely surface during the dasha and bhukti of Mars. You need to pay particular attention to all the significations of Mars if the individual is running Mars dasha or bhukti, because that is when the karmas being unfolded by Mars will begin to surface prominently in the life of the individual. So you see, you slowly begin to apply the significations of the grahas to the chart and steadily begin to unfold various aspects of the individual, his or her nature, temperament, leadership, qualities, and inclination of mind, etc. As you progress in your study of signification of grahas, you will learn to combine them and get the true picture of the horoscope. It's important to note that there are multitude of combinations that you need to consider before arriving at a particular conclusion about the nature of the individual, his or her education, health, emotions, relationship, professions, career, finances, etc. The significations of grahas is a stepping stone in this journey of amazing discovery and foresight of human life that is well balanced between destiny and free will. In my next video, I will give an overview of the significations of Mercury. Live intelligently and seek astrological guidance to do so. I hope you enjoyed this short video. Please do press the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon to continue enjoying more such short and useful videos. And yes, do not forget to share this video with your friends and family. Cheers until then. Thank you.